We all can go on with our logos up, and then if we want to turn the cameras on, pop on, say what's up.
Uh-huh. DQ. Look.
Dumping my swisher guts on my high school diploma. Knowing I'm highly educated from my aroma. Don't know where it's coming from, but I know it's marijuana. And you can smell the leaves in the room.
Check. Look. I got a new weed strain, come from New Zealand. And it's a new weed brand from my new weed man. Connected to the growers, I'm a true weed fan. I'm a true weed stan. Green thumb and green hand. Jammin' Lee Village, I'm a cool geek, man. I got a smooth freak who chillin' for a cool week, man. Running through them papers like a Newsweek stand. Cause all my cushions fuckier than Juneteenth bands. I'm selling.
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up?
All right, why are we not on the screen? Let me see.
What screen?
I said the screen.
I don't know what that means.
The screen, like if you look at YouTube, hold on. Let me see. Oh, there we are.
That nigga, but Brass will say, I don't understand quick and say.
Yes, I don't. That's made me a lot more money than telling people what I do know. I don't know, bro. What are you talking about?
No, that's a cop out. It's a cop out.
It's a cop out. Okay.
Oh man. Well, y'all already can see what type of podcast
this
is gonna be.
DQ don't encourage over there. Do not encourage.
Hey man, I'm on my kid today. I'm flaming everything. Oh man.
Peace to everybody.
Shout out, salute to everybody coming through. If y'all caught us live earlier, we appreciate that. We right back at you. You know what I'm saying? Making it happen. About to go ahead and build a little shum in front of your eyes. I got the squad of all squads riding with me. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and say something to the people, team.
Well, being that I've been live for 3 hours already and kind of sick of hits at the moment. That ain't nothing new. Nah, man, we're gonna build this business. We not inviting nobody up. You send a link, you get to watch us create this business live and have fun with this thing. So I don't know. Y'all talk. Yeah.
Let some folks up.
You get the bird's eye view of us actually building the business. We keep trying to go live and showing y'all, but then get peer pressured into conversations. So we're gonna give y'all a break.
I'm here to make sure.
Yeah.
That was a funny way to say that.
What's up, Logic?
I'm chilling, man. I'm having a good old time, man. Relaxing Sunday, just chilling at the crib, you know, got some laundry going and stuff. I'm cool.
Ready.
All right. So first order of business, DQ, we did the format for the podcast already. So where would you have it at?
That would be. Let me see. I have that.
And I still don't know how to
in one
put
of
Google
our
Drive
drives.
on my.
And that's exactly where it would be at. Let me get to the handy dandy laptop. Just a second. whole array of topics. Get it going. All right. So one thing I can talk while we have no dead noise. One thing that we making sure that we do is trying to keep a consistency for y'all. When we hop online. A lot of y'all may know us from different areas of the internet, but we're about to go ahead and bring one focal point where you can learn a lot about us here at Tri Media.
Yeah.
As I cannot wait till y'all see what Logic got in store. That's my man's right there. It's about to get crazy, son. I'm just glad I'm about to be part of this wave. All right, let's see. Google Drive.
Go ahead, Logic. Give us a short overview of some of the things
a
you got.
nice short overview, right?
Speak up, nigga.
I really am excited about telling my story, right? It's actually a love story. You know what I'm saying? It was like I got a chance to kind of like fall in love with myself again. And some of the things that I thought were more like taboo or like unconventional about myself wound up really being some strengths that I had and didn't really understand them properly until somebody was able to kind of like recategorize or like redefine some of the verbiages, such as discipline and domination and submission. And when you put these things in the proper context, right? It's like I'll give you a really good example. And we in the BDSM, we call people who are not BDSM vanilla, right? It's like a plain flavor, nothing extra added to it. So like they would consider vanilla people can have like a bad concept of clingy, right? Whereas in BDSM, clingy can be a very good thing. You bring all of your quirks and all of your awkwardness into a place where it's a little bit more accepted and actually celebrated to some extent, right? And it's freeing, it's liberating to actually be able to openly talk about these things and discuss them with people that you are potentially considering as playmates or people that you might want to be intimate with or people that you just want to spend more time with. It's actually an exercise in being more of an intense listener, and it's very interesting. There's a lot of fun things that I could talk about that aren't sexual that I kind of can't wait to get into with y'all. I mean just to be honest with you, I'm actually pretty excited about it.
And some topics may have to go on a paid subscriber based platform, like Patreon or OnlyFans. This way we don't step on any policies or terms of service on this platform. So we can't let the world see everything, right?
Right.
That's facts.
So
That's
book.
All right.
definitely.
Go ahead,
Oh no,
DC.
you good. I was about to say, I got the show format. I got did you want me to share screen?
Mm-hmm.
Or all right, bet.
Yep.
If I gotta do that, then I gotta let me switch over to my laptop. Just a second. Y'all keep talking.
So book and podcast. We actually can look at the designer website for the ebook today too. If some Logic can maybe see the homepage for that website, so that may help them get started.
Okay.
Help us get started.
You said see the business page for what's that?
Designer. That's the ebook website that helps you set up your ebook and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's AI. I don't know if it's AI driven, but AI is a big part of it too to help you get your
Yeah,
first
design
ebook.
is really that's gonna be your best friend, Logic.
So maybe we'll
Like
look
as
at
far
that
as like
page.
getting As far as like getting the graphic for the for front
format.
of the book or something like that.
Yeah, well, the format,
Format.
chapters. Uh,
Yeah, they set
if you
all that up. You can add your images, whatever images you want. You'll be able to add that in. You can place them specifically where you want in the book. Um, you can switch how far you want to have, like certain things you might have a different font for. Some things you might want to underline or bold. Some things you may want to hyperlink in your ebook. Just the whole thing. Designer does all that for you. It'll help you with it.
That's an app.
it's a website
It's a
actually.
website.
Designer.com. Maybe I spelled it wrong.
It's two
Yeah,
R's.
what two
It's two
R's at the end.
R's.
Okay.
Yeah, DQ will be able to really help you out with that because, like I said, he already did his book, so he probably
I
knows
got
it probably better than all of us right now.
you.
And I'm assuming that's the title right there, right? For the upcoming podcast, right?
Yeah, that's
Uh,
that's that's the
it's the
that's the
gist
best
of it.
I've
It's
come up
not the
with so
title
far.
though. It's the gist of it though.
Yeah, that's the best I've come
I
up with so
like it.
far. Maybe we can figure out a way to summarize that. You know, to make it even more. I mean, I don't know, marketable or attractive to people who might be interested in it. But I really so like I'm trying to focus on a way to where it at the very least it takes the vulgarity or some of the provocative or debauchery right out of BDSM. I
Spell
mean, because I'm not
debauchery.
saying that
Spell
debauchery is that
debauchery.
No,
I
that's what
can't
we
spell
got Google
debauchery.
for. You
Spell
Yeah,
debauchery,
I can
bro.
spell
Don't say
debauchery. I
words
know
you
what it
can't
means.
spell, G.
I know exactly what it means, but I
Yeah,
don't know
but you
how to
can't
spell
spell it, man. You're just saying stuff at this point.
it. No, I know exactly what it means. It's just another word for pleasure.
I
It's
know
just
you know what it
another word
don't
for
means.
pleasure.
don't
Spell it.
fall for the trap.
Yeah, I'm not falling
Debunk,
for it. I know
coverage.
You already
it's
fell
just
for it. You
another
already
word
talking
for
about it.
pleasure. And I absolutely indulge in pleasure. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we all do in different ways.
Well, I
I
know
don't
you
think there's
could
nothing wrong
spell
with saying
pleasure,
that.
but you can't spell debauchery.
But I wanted to say debauchery. You know, I gotta put my pinky out sometime, be sophisticated with it.
Not if you can't spell it, but go
I
ahead.
drink wine. I don't drink 40 ounces. I'm a little
Mm-mm.
sophisticated.
Yeah.
I listen to jazz music. I Dizzy
There you go.
Gillespie, Miles Davis. You know, sometimes I do that. You know?
That's how you spell it, nigga. It's on the screen. But
Y'all is stupid.
Brad was not
This
moving.
nigga Bransky help, boy.
He was not
Educational
moving. He was like, if
program
you can't
also,
spell it,
huh?
don't use it. And he was staying right there.
I
I
learned a
feel.
very long time, bro. My mother used to kill me with that, man. Don't say words you can't spell, bro.
But
It's a
that
bad
was
habit.
before Google and cell
I'd have been
phones.
close. I'd have missed that eight.
You got
But
an echo, DQ.
mother file letters, the first one. But we good, you know. Debauchery. That's another word that we don't use very often. It's probably, you know, misassociated with some raunchiness. And it's really, you know, it's just another word for pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the misconceptions um you're gonna deal with, right? Because I think there's a lot of misconceptions about maybe the B and the S and the M, right? The S and the
The-
M. I didn't know those are two separate things. Are those two separate?
What is this? What does
it's,
that stand for? What does
it,
BDSM
stand,
stand for?
Say
it
those.
stands for bondage, discipline, dominance, and submission.
Oh,
Right.
here we
So
go.
typically you would spell it lowercase b or you know I guess capital B if it's the first, but it's typically the only thing that's capitalized the dominance, and you make sure that the submission is lowercase because it's like an inflection inside the acronym to show that the dominance is higher a hierarchy than the submission. But I would, if I were spelling it, I would absolutely the one thing I would capitalize is discipline. You know, some of the best advice that I ever got, right, from my particular mentor in BDSM was it's not possible to be everybody's cup of tea, right? And the few people that you actually do feel like you may want to be take the relationship a little bit more serious or spend some more time with that person, it's absolutely at paramount to be disciplined. And however you wind up structuring y'all's relationship, y'all's your punishments or punishments, as some people might call them, your rewards, as some people might call them, some your rules, depending on how it is that you want to structure your entire relationship. As a dominant, you are given free reign to actually kind of do that, and as a submissive, she understands that it is her, it's a part of her role to kind of allow that to happen. So she's also very selective, and we call that phase vetting. That's actually a phase of a relationship where, let's say if you might acquire somebody's phone number or begin to talk to them, you want to spend a certain amount of time with that person before you may even want to take them out, see them again in person, in a more of intimate setting before you want to go out. So I don't want to make the book or the information about how to acquire quote unquote people that you might want to vet, but actually after you've obtained this person, how you might want to be able to perceive about it. Because I think that's where a lot of the misconceptions lie, right? Oddly enough, I would say I am one of the biggest changes that I've made to my social life has been I have told a lot more women no than I did before I got into BDSM.
All right, I think that's a good place to pause before we go on to the next segment. No, that's a chapter in and of itself. How to tell women no. That's
Here, hey,
go
hit
ahead,
for me,
Joe.
show you.
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead. No, he has to. You're volunteering to know. He said he had to. They was beating down the door, you know, jumping out the drive-through windows.
See, I didn't say all that,
No,
but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
all right, I think DQ got the screen up, but that was
Let
just
me see.
You froze, DQ.
Yeah, I'm switching my camera.
all right. Let me see if I can
Yeah.
do some banners. Let's see what we got.
All right. That's what we
Share
had
this.
on deck, basically for the show format. We had where we have our intro. We start off with a song of welcoming. That's where we post majority of our disclaimers because we are going to talk about various topics, and we don't need anybody, taking this to the judge. Introduction topics. Speak
Wait,
about the
what?
platform.
Taking it to the judge. What are we waiting? What are we
That's a
signing up for?
that's a
He don't want
saying,
to get
man.
flagged.
That's just a
Oh,
saying.
okay.
I love Brad.
Hey, listen, hey, I gotta be
That
clear. Hey,
nigga Brad.
messing with y'all, I gotta be clear. I gotta be clear. Y'all niggas to sign me up. Now y'all saying judges, we going to jail?
No, ain't nobody going.
I don't want to go to jail now.
Oh man, love Brad. Um, Instructions and etiquette. We basically just all gonna be explained during the intro and everything. We're gonna advertise the book. We're gonna advertise music, such and such commercials. Had that lined up. We definitely gonna get some more commercials coming because a lot has changed since we initially made our first ones. One of the most intricate and important things we're going to do is make sure that we talk about 5 global topics or domestic trending topics. The main key word is algorithm, and we're trying to make sure that we get in the algorithm and stay within it. So that's going to be one of the main things. Holiday slash history spotlight. Figure out the specific day it is, and if there is any historical context to that day, if there's any special holidays such as the birthday of any member of the group or someone significant to the member, that's going to be the time we can give them a shout out right there. I feel like that's going to be a dope part of the show. Of course, like, share, and subscribe, and follow links. We want to make sure we keep that scrolling and rolling at all times because that's what make the world go around with it. Sponsors. This is definitely going to be a big thing because we will eventually get sponsors who will sponsor the show from different things such as products and things of that sort. Engagement. Right now, Well, we already do have a couple of people who volunteer to do mods who already rock with us from a core standpoint. They can follow engagement within the chat and make sure that we're commenting back, following back, and engaging with our patrons. A popular meme. I remember me and Brass was speaking about this. This is a very dope one. Every day there's a new meme. Every month there's a meme that consume that whole month. There may be some memes that can throw you back to a whole year. But we're definitely going to have a context of popular memes, no matter if it's from something informational or something comical. We want to touch on that. Handle of the week. That's basically that's pretty dope. Speaking about, I guess it can be one of the main followers or someone who bought one of the products, many products that we do sell. We make sure they get a shout out or get something special. Tech news, which is very important. Keep y'all up to date on all the new technological advancements that's going on. Hits is one of the main progenitors of that for the group. He keeps us up to date on stuff. Um, I have different tabs where I learn side information, so that's definitely going to be a big part of the show. The business part, aka Brass. This is where we can talk about different aspects of business going on within the nation, no matter if it's from a municipal up to a city level, up to a national level, to a global level. We can break down different elements of business, what we need to touch on. Um, yeah, once again, reiterate the advertisement of the books with the commercials. More of them coming. Outro with the credits. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you follow the next episode because we're gonna keep it going. And the transition phase, moving forward as we get from hits. So yeah, that's one of the main layouts for the show. How I'm gonna bring it, and how we gonna bring it to everybody.
And I think one thing we don't have in there is a time or a timeline. So hopefully
Mm-hmm.
we can have a set timeline for how long the shows go. Makes them
Gotcha.
easier to format, makes them easier to track, to clip up, and to share. So if we have a
Mm-hmm.
timeline and a standard timeline, just for certain shows, some shows can be more freestyle, but hopefully most of them have a timeline
Gotcha.
that we can stick to. All right.
Yes,
So what do we
sir.
got? What's at the top of that list? What was the first one?
I got y'all up. Let me get that right. And top of the list we had. Oh, did it get deleted? I
There
accidentally
it
deleted
is.
it. Yeah.
No, it popped up.
Yeah.
It may be
I had.
loading. Oh, 2 pages.
All right. We had show
Intro.
format intro. Yeah.
Intro. So the intro is made in what? Either CapCut or Canva, right? That's where we can make our intro, right?
Yes, sir.
That's where we made, and I think we have some in there already
hmm I
in Canva.
I didn't got better with Canva ever since I found the audio tab where you can add audio music.
Yeah, that Canva. I don't know why they hide that.
Yeah, they hide it for real, for real.
Yeah,
But
they don't have that out there prominent. They don't want you tearing up their storage for that little bit
yep.
of money every month. They're like, nah, take that over to CapCut. But we can go to Canva and look at Canva real quick. Let me
Cool.
find Canva. I think we can all log in on it, right?
Yes, sir.
Start delegating some responsibilities to get this done. So intro, who coming up with that?
Well, first let's look at what we have. We have intros
Let's get
and
something
CapCut.
fresh.
You didn't even look at the ones we got.
Play them.
Hold on, let's see. Yeah, no, we got
Hey, I just work here, bro.
yeah,
I
okay.
mean, listen, I don't know what
We
you on
all just
today.
work
Listen,
here.
listen, I know you've been free all day. You got, I know you the
But
world
I'm about
heavyweight
to be
champion or whatever the hell you got going on that
I
table
was
back
not
there.
free. I'm not free.
But
I'm disabled.
we was free today, massa. So You know,
Y'all was out running
hey, what,
wild.
hey, so you a wrestler on the low?
Y'all like, what you see
What the
my
hell you
belt
got
back
going
there
on
now?
behind you, bro?
No,
He said,
What you
nah.
intercontinental champion or some
He
shit?
said, blew your screen. Blew your screen.
Yeah, you might want to throw your screen because I want to know now. Did you used to be motherfucking Jimmy Fly Snooker tag team partner or some shit? Because
no,
that's a
that's
big
a
ass belt.
WCW tag team belt.
This nigga Hits used to whoop ass.
With ass that nobody know. That's why his name hit.
Hey, I got an Iron Man helmet too, but I ain't no superhero,
Y'all
so
better stop fucking with Hits, man. This nigga come off the top rope on your ass.
he said hits you to whoop ass.
You say some wild shit, this nigga come off the top rope. Fuck you say, nigga?
Blow.
Oh
Blow,
man.
nigga.
off the rope, I
He
hand
say,
glide to
vitamin,
the throat.
bitch.
This nigga move is the his finishing move is the AI doppelganger. This nigga hit you with some wild shit.
All right, let's
Oh,
go.
shit.
All right,
Share
share
the
the screen.
screen.
Play them intro. I want to see them. I can't do it because I can't connect. You know the way my checking account and savings account
Yeah,
work. I
set
can't
up
connect Google Drive to my
allegedly.
fucking laptop.
This nigga hit. This nigga
Oh, and by
said,
the way, Logic. Pretty soon, bro. Not for nothing. I'm gonna start thinking that your brother is fake, bro. Because you've been supposed to introduce this nigga like 15 times. I'm gonna start to believe you ain't got no brother, bro. That's what I'm gonna go with.
this nigga hit. Brass is over what?
One thing maybe y'all don't know about me, I'm actually incredibly stubborn, and my brother has it even worse than I do. So I'll put it to you like that. But so when I finally do get him in here and he gets to be nice and comfortable and have fun, when I talked to him, he's got some issues going on. He's trying to he's talking to his baby mama about some personal stuff. So I definitely try to interrupt that. I
Wait,
don't
well,
know
you
what.
just pretty much, if it was personal, you pretty much just told whoever
I
gonna
mean,
watch
I ain't
this
really
the
say
rest
the
of their
content
life.
of the conversation, so it ain't,
Yeah.
I mean, the man
Yeah,
has a
that was
baby mama. I
vague.
didn't exclude nothing but besides that, but they having a little personal conversation. So I ain't gonna try to impose on him, hey, come over here and crack some jokes. But he'll actually be like, he's gonna be like our comedian, bro. See, like I'm creative in a sarcastic way. He is just crack jokes creative. And I think that'll be something that y'all will really enjoy when I finally get him over here. But we'll do that.
Yeah, well, for the time being, that invisible nigga don't exist. But go ahead.
For sure.
Let's
For
see
sure.
these clips. Yo, Luka Doncic is a dog, bro. Jesus.
Yes, he
Christ.
is. Yes, he is.
What's this?
That's what I
Trending
was over there
topic?
doing, watching that game.
Get it. Get it out the mud.
I don't know if y'all can hear the
Got
audio.
it.
Y'all can hear it.
Blessings falling on the nigga.
Falling on the nigga.
Falling on the nigga. Get it. Get it out the mud. Got it. Got it out the mud. Blessings
30 seconds.
falling on the nigga. Blessings falling on the
That's one. I think we have
Yeah.
like a commercial.
That's for the TMI podcast, right?
That was tight. To get it out the mud too, that was tight.
Yeah, we can change
Appreciate
the but it's DQ featuring DQ Hampton. There you go.
So let's
Yeah,
make
that
it
one.
longer than that. Let's make it like a minute. Or your 30 seconds. Is that a good for the algorithm? What you think is?
30 seconds. Well, we can make it a minute.
Can you play it again? Play it again.
Let's get rich. Get it. Get it out the mud. Got it. Got it out the mud. Blessings falling on the nigga.
Falling on the
Blessings
nigga.
falling on the nigga. Get it. Get it out the mud. Got it. Got it out the mud. Blessings falling on the nigga. Blessings falling on the nigga.
And the original should be in, what is it at? This might be it. Oh, that's actually playing it. MP4.
Hey, Brass, I'm gonna go pick up my son around 7. So you know,
Okay.
I'm still be
What
on the
time you
screen,
got
but-
there? Where you at, DQ?
Oh, it's 6:18 right now. Oh yeah, we
Okay.
Gucci right now. Gucci.
All right. Yeah,
I got.
those all can be edited um after you open it. You just open it where it's at MP4. And right up here at the top, it should have an edit. No, this one's download. So we go back. Go over here. Where was it at? Gotta find the one we can edit. All right up here, edit. What I noticed about CapCut, somebody else can tell me as they work with it if they're having the same problem. The longer and more intricate the video or project is, it freezes. So it'll play, and I've done it on Wi-Fi, I've done it on the Ethernet, but I think,
Yeah, that's just their system, bro. That's why I like
yeah.
using Canva.
And again, I think they cap you on your usage. You know, you start using too much bandwidth and
Uh-huh.
processing power, it just slows down. So, but you can add it, download it. See how it jumps. But this template or commercial is in CapCut. There's also, I think this is the one with the handles. Let's see. Can you hear the audio on that one?
No, I don't hear anything yet.
Why this one don't play the audio?
It's probably one without audio. It's
No,
probably
I
one of.
hear it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'd probably have to download it, but it's, let's see. But this is one with just the handles. The audio's not playing. Let's see. I have to download it. But that's this one here. So handles, introduction. What else did we have? We had a TMI. I think it's just commercial. I think Brass made this one. Brass, you made this one? Yeah. You can tell his
Series
work.
time. Well,
You
take
know,
that.
Brass can make a, you know, Brass don't make a damn thing. You just being
Yeah, you can
funny.
tell his work.
You know, I did not go in there and make a damn thing. I'm allergic to CapCut.
You went there did something. All
Y'all
right,
are
so that's
funny, bro.
CapCut.
If I did, it looks bad. Trust me.
All right, let's go to in our Canva window, right?
Mhm.
Present screen. My cursor now.
Oh shit!
All right,
I
this
think it's
one,
just funny.
projects. So DQ, you said you found out
Mm-hmm.
where the audio is at. Let's do you have one? Yeah, we got one with audio, right? That we can
Mm-hmm.
edit.
Yeah, you just even the newest one I just made.
All right, say we wanted to add audio to this one.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that? Over here somewhere? Upload.
Yeah, go to upload and you might see where it says audio.
Dirty dogs.
They got it hidden, boy. I said, why?
Dirty dogs. What's this? You added that audio, or that was from their system?
No, I added any
You
audio
added.
on there. I added.
Okay.
Logic,
So
you
what,
should
you
be
just
taking
drag it.
notes, nigga. You next on deck.
I'm taking mental notes right now. I didn't know I needed my pen and paper for this.
Hey, see if somebody could send Logic that format, because that'd be a basic format besides the things that you want to add to it.
Oh yeah, I got you, lot. I got you. I
That way
got you.
you
I'm
can
gonna put
look
the
at it and
article.
think about the things you want to add.
Delete.
Logic thumbnail gonna be a rope.
A
David
velvet
Ellis,
rope.
a
You
velvet
can't
rope. Yeah.
Said
use
a velvet rope.
yeah, you can't use I guess what's it called? Silicone or like the hard plastic stuff. You definitely want something with a little bit more give to it. And,
My boy know the science to this
I'm
shit.
gonna have to
Yeah.
take 3 showers after your shows.
Oh shit. Logic show gonna come with free prophylactics.
There you go.
The fact that you called it a prophylactic just bothers me.
Hey, pimpin'.
I mean, you said a prophylactic.
So
Oh man,
where is
Logic
there?
fell out.
Oh, here it is.
Are you doing another song for your podcast, DQ? Or you got what song? What's the? Because I saw, if I'm not mistaken, I saw on the paper it said song and intro. Are you doing another song?
No, that was just tied in. If I do create another song, then yeah, I just make one. I just ain't got I ain't really got the time right now. But yeah,
So let's see.
sporadically I might think of something. I got so many damn songs just in the vault I can just use.
Is
That's
that
what I'm
audio?
saying. Just like I'm not make a song, but I'm saying like just an
Yeah,
actual song.
Oh,
yeah.
we'll play for 30 seconds like that. Let's see.
What Sunchild just say? All paid jobs absorb and degrade the mind. Oh, he wrote a quote by Aristotle. Okay. I'm about to say, nigga, Sunchild a prophet.
So
As
there's
long as he
one.
wear that hat, he's nothing.
Wow.
Man, I fuck with them Sunchild hats, man. That shit swag.
Nah, I fuck with him. I don't fuck with them hats though.
Oh man.
All right. So that's in here, right? In the projects. Back to home. That's a commercial. 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
There's one. You got your tour items.
Man,
Cushcumbers. My screen's still sharing.
that tour shit was looking good. What felt good having Trap Media on it back. All them thousands of people
Yeah, that
looking
was
at that
fire.
shit. Had to rap,
Oh, it's
man.
CapCut. We gotta get back to camera. What the hell am I doing? All right. But this is where they will be. The commercials, the intros, whichever one is easier for you to use. You said Canva, Brass, and
What?
you don't have to make the whole intro or commercial. If you got an idea, you can come in here and start like with an image or a song, and just leave the
Hmm.
project to be here, and we can come in and add to it or edit it later. So 'cause some of these are that was from yesterday. Let's see. There's your top 5 list. I'm assuming you put that in there, Brass, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Brad's made that.
So let's just say you have a list, right? It's just gonna let me type in here. Oh, let's see. Trying to see where I can add text that in here. I probably have to add a text box. That's my bad. Look at me. I'm bugging.
Sipping on some
So add text.
Gentleman's Jack. You ever tried that, Brass? Gentleman's Jack?
Yeah. Which year though?
Damn, I didn't even check. I don't know. It's regular bottle. I gotta look at the thing. Some good shit though. My brother put me on that. Is he a Jack drinker?
What's our groovy at? No, it's not going to show up outside. All right, let's see if we can edit this.
Now, the more I look at that belt hits, you got that from a cage match.
I told you.
No,
Don't
hold
listen to
on.
me though.
Nah, hold on. Let me go get the real belt. Hold on. Let me go get the real belt. Y'all playing. Hold on.
All right, this is gonna be a DJ championship. And then he said, I will 50 DJs blind.
All right, let's see. Yeah, this one takes some maneuvering. Hold on. Let me get it ready for you.
Hey, man, I ain't trying to be funny, man, but could somebody please show me how to put the Google Drive on your desktop, man? I'm trying my best.
Shit. What the hell?
That's my name on it. There you go. Look at that.
Who you
No, I
killed?
can't
Chelsea
see.
Clinton?
The hell is that?
What's the belt, man? It's the big boy.
For what?
It's the big belt.
Oh shit.
I got about 5 of these things, man.
In due
Was you a
time,
bull?
it'll all come out.
You a bull wrangler? Nigga, what the hell did you do?
It's the Ric Flair joint. I'm Ric Flair. Look, come on, man. Look at that. That's the Ric Flair.
That's a bad motherfucker.
That's the big boy.
I'm wearing that to the club for nothing.
There you go.
That ain't no imaginary dude right there.
Oh
figured
shit!
That's a real person right there.
There he is.
I figured saying that'll get the ghost to show up.
He's plotting on us.
What up, G?
What's
What's
happening?
good, K?
What's happening?
How y'all players feeling, man?
All good, all good. What's your name, bro?
Man, my name Trill.
Dope.
What's up, man?
Raz.
Trail.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet y'all, bro.
These my homeboys I've been excited to try to introduce you to, man. We on some money making player type stuff, bro. This is the kind of environment I like. This is like perfect for me, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I could spread my wings, I could grow here. I ain't gotta just, this ain't no, background shit. We all participate in trying to figure out how to make some money, throw all our little skills into a pile and try to figure out what to do with it. That's what we're really doing, So I ain't told them too much about you. I ain't told them nothing about what you know about me. This is all spontaneous and real. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing fake going on. So I done. We were in the middle of something, but I'm one of the projects, and I told them a little bit about my relationship with voodoo, right? A little bit about my relationship with BDSM, and I'm actually going to turn it into a story, right? I'm going to make a story out of it and share some of my experiences, not my crazy little text messages and stuff, but some of my experiences and some of the things I learned by myself about other encounters that I've been having, right?
Right.
And it's kind of profound. A lot of it's fun. A lot of it is really profound also. So, we just over here chilling right now. We're kind of going over some technical stuff at the moment, but I'm actually glad. I'm glad you showed up, man. At least be able to see, some of my other family outside of New Orleans right here. These are my brothers right here, man.
Man,
Sure.
It's a pleasure to meet y'all, bro.
Nice to meet you, man.
Salute. Yeah, I'm loving
At least we know that you're real.
Hey,
there you go.
do y'all want to take a quick 5 and actually hear the inside the mind of Count Macula right quick, dog? Do y'all want to hear the inspiration?
I'm going on mute.
Hold on. A sneak peek.
A little snippet.
Sneak peek snippet.
Hey, I'm not stopping nothing called Count Macula.
Bro, won't
That
you
just wouldn't be right.
just
Go ahead, G.
enjoy yourself for a minute, man, and speak on how in the world did you come up with Count Macula? Because I mean I couldn't have did nothing like that. That's not like that ain't my jam. I'm wired a little bit different. I'm funny in like a sarcastic type of way, but you got this creative thing. So tell us how you came to Count Macula, dog. How did that happen? Where did all that come from?
Man, to be honest with you, bro, that shit was spontaneous. That shit was like right there on the spot. I forgot exactly what we was talking about in the moment, but I was like, man, you know what'd be funny as fuck? Count
We
Macula.
don't do the cussing though. We don't do the cussing.
Oh, my fault. Excuse me.
You good? You good?
You ain't give me the yes for
I
the
didn't. That's my
accent.
fault.
You know what I'm
Yeah, that's my
saying?
fault.
He ain't give you the
But excuse
policies and
me.
procedures. Yeah, that's your fault.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my fault. But go ahead, continue.
So what was we talking about that day? It was something. And then you said yeah, because it's kind of like a pimp motion. I was like, no, man, you're kind of like a vampire with it. And it was like just Count Macula, a play on words with Dracula, you know, and it was just funny, you know what I mean? I ain't stop at the moment. It was super spontaneous, came on right there at the spot. But as far as the character go, you know, it's just
What's the story, dog?
it's
What's
a
the
freaky
story? Give us a little intro of the story of Count Macula, dog. How would it go in your head?
it's a freaky tale about a freaky vampire, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the originator of pimping for real. You know what I mean? Like since the dawn of time, pimping been going on. So this character, he just all the way wild with it. You know what I mean? So he comes up with another little protege. And, you know, they just go back and forth behind like little pimp tales, and you know, he tell him like, man, you think I got this code for no reason? You know, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just crazy, off the wall. I'm still making it as I go though.
Putting you on the spot a little bit. It's a little tough
Yeah,
on the spot, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was a spontaneous little hour that we had. We just kind of bounced these ideas back and forth, man, about what would the origin stories be of a character called Count Macula, you know?
you know what I mean?
Like you know what I'm saying? What is his environment that he lives in? Why does he even need the moniker, the name of Count Macula, dog? That's you gotta earn something like that. You don't just be born no damn Count Macula, dog. You gotta come up a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You gotta go through something to
he
be
cold
Count
blooded.
Macula.
You
That
feel
ain't
me?
no regular dude right there.
He just cold blooded. You know what I mean? His one of his first pimp activities was, you know what I mean?
Be
He
right
put
back,
Mary
y'all.
Magdalene on with Jesus. You know what I mean? He introduced Mary Magdalene into Jesus. That's one of his first encounters. You know what I mean? Like so he been pimping. You know what I mean?
He said he cold blooded, literally and figuratively, huh?
Exactly.
That's hilarious, yo.
Exactly.
And we had some images, right? Logic, didn't you get some images made?
Yeah, we didn't came up with some digital art for Count Macula, yo. We taking
Who
that
had
joint
them? DQ?
serious.
I don't
We
know what
taking
we
that we taking
support.
that joint serious, yo. That's actually a fantastic idea, like out this world, bro. You know how many times we done sat down and just brainstorm wild characters.
Yeah.
We done been made up all type of skits and just laughed like crazy, right? And I think that a little bit of this, what we doing here, definitely gives us a little bit of an avenue of that kind of creativity, like to be something like we could make content off of. People they making content off of less stupid stuff. Like we talking about stuff that we do all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'll be something real cool. This your first time definitely putting you on the spot. I know you knew you was gonna be on the spot because I told you about
Yeah,
it,
it's
but
all good though.
I mean, it's all good, man. But as I think as you warm up to it and you realize the environment, what it's actually capable of, man, I think you'll be real excited, and you'll want to sit back and do your brainstorm joint, maybe jot some stuff down, and we bring
Mm-hmm.
back to the table and actually like make this stuff come to life in one way or another. You know what I'm saying? But I want you to be a part of it, bro, because half the time it'd be like 80% your idea, 20% my idea, and I just be like go out here living my life, doing my little crazy things, and I come back and tell you, and you come up with this lavish story about how it happened, and like yo, you you didn't already call my girl voodoo and all this, man. You know what I'm saying? You didn't already turn so much stuff into funny stuff, and we do that on a regular basis, yo. And I just feel like that'll be a nice little addition to just creating some content, having some fun. People a job with it, Joe, for sure.
Hey, Voodoo in it too though.
I already
she,
know.
she's the creator of Count Macula.
Absolutely, and that's actually real life too.
Mm-hmm.
How vampires, they always got a maker. Somebody always is like kind of over them, or like, kind of like mentors them through being a young vampire, and I guess navigating how do you move as a young vampire. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how do you say, like, condense all of their ferociousness into how do you make it classy, and you can move around living people as this monster. And it's like a cool play on reality, and it kind of captures BDSM in a funny, realistic way too, in an ironic kind of thing. So, for sure. But that's the mastermind behind Count Macula right here, man. It's my brother.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Brash, you got anything?
I think it's gonna be fun. I'm down with anything that's creative. I'm down with anything that's polarizing. You know, you're gonna have a feeling about it. So I'm not looking for everybody to like it. I'm not looking for everybody to love it, but I'm looking for you to feel some kind of way about it.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you feel some kind of way about it, you got something you can work with. A lot of these conversations, like that, these private conversations, when you start having them publicly, you'll be surprised that there's a genre out there for it. I mean, there's genres out there for people to dress up like plush fluff animals and all of that kind of wild mess. You know what I mean? Like, it's like anybody can watch it, but I like to take a topic and show it some respect, and then put it out to the world, and then that brings a whole new genre. And then also in 2024, people getting paid for their proclivities. They're getting paid for the things that they believe in, and to just sit there and be like, yeah, I'm worried about what somebody think. You can't get nowhere like that. You can't even live a life. You can't even live your life like that. So I'm all for that. And then, like we said, with the BDSM, domination and submissiveness, that's in every part of life. When I invest, I do anything with stocks. When I'm even in a married couple, it's not a dirty thing. Even like Cedric was saying, how you train animals, you train that by domination and submission. So you do a lot of things through it, and then also, we full grown. So when you full grown, you can have these kind of conversations. We're not kids. We're not playing with um, um, jacks and fucking yo-yos and whatnot. Now we grown. So let's have some grown conversations. So I'm all for it. And if you can make $1 million talking about it, why not? If you can retire some people, put them, when you go to the bank, they don't care. They don't care. Hugh Hefner's checks cash just the same as Mark Cuban's.
Facts.
So I'm all for it. It's just, you just got to be willing to. It's all cool to sit down and talk about it, but this is the kind of stuff that, where we can have fun with it, but put it in a position where it's respected, not just thrown up there. Hey, let's talk about it. No, let's put it together. Let's do a podcast. Let's do a book. Those are the kinds of things that end in short movies. Let's do a Tubi movie. I just found out when I was in Alaska, the Tubi movies really don't cost that much. So
You
just
can
do a
tell.
movie. Yeah. Do a movie. See, so no, I'm all for it. And the fact that, I'm not all into the co-signing and stuff, but the fact that Logic literally said y'all on the same page, y'all have conversations and he trusts you, so I trust you too. So let's get it.
Man, appreciate it, man.
Facts.
All right, what else we got on the agenda?
I gotta figure where's GQ at?
He said he had to run for a minute.
Yeah, wouldn't he make another store run?
Okay. Well, we got the song, we got the intro. So is that the intro we're gonna go with, or we gonna fix it up? Because like now I don't even, I mean, like, yeah, we talking about it, but I want to start like putting some dotting some I's across some T's and putting some dates together. So Logic, well, since we got Logic here, so what is your idea, not for the podcast, but as far as for your schedule for the podcast? If you got a pen and paper, then we need to
I do have a pen and
have a
paper.
conversation.
I mean, after work, yo, I'm good. I'm super flexible. I don't have. I mean, that stuff, ironically, not necessarily a priority. At one point, I was like more, how would you say, overextended as far as like amount of people I was saying hello to. But I've gotten that to a much more manageable level to where it's a lot more less chaotic, right? So as far as like my availability, I can be good. Whenever I need to be good, if you can give me hell, even a couple hours notice, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you now. If you go a couple hours and don't say nothing, I could very well go ahead and just make myself, available to something else. But if you just tell me, I could definitely make sure I'll be there so we can get something constructive and make some money. That's for real.
So what are you thinking, Hits? How often? So we're gonna do the TMI podcast in the morning for an hour. We're gonna do DQ radio on. Did you decide if it's gonna be Friday or Saturday?
It
Because I was
it
thinking too, you can record that, Hits. You don't always gotta be live. We could just play it. You know what I'm saying?
it might be either or. It depends because my schedule is kind of up in the air right now. Um, till I figure out what's going on with work. So, but definitely Friday or Saturday. Most likely an hour each time. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, keep it light. Um,
Then on the weekends, maybe one morning for an hour. If I'm around, we could do some tech stuff.
okay, so let's say Saturday during the day for about an hour or so, some tech stuff.
No, maybe Sunday. My says Saturday, Friday night, Saturday night music. Sunday or
Like an hour
Monday
or so
morning,
for some
probably.
tech.
Yeah, because those are my actual days off, Sunday and Monday.
Yeah, so
But
we actually
Saturday,
gonna have a lot of media. So DQ podcast, what do we say, once a week?
when he come in, he can tell us.
Yeah. So what are you comfortable with? Because mind you, like Logic, once we get started and we get the format going, you'll have help as far as who can help you with it. But you're gonna have like the content, the conversation, and everything that'll be on you to present your slides, your images. We'll have like a pre-production conversation, but I'm looking at a minimum once a week where you're free. Do it for an hour, 2 hours. If you want to
Mhm.
do some recorded shows, you could do a recorded show too.
Mhm.
Um, I'm gonna be doing the TMI podcast for the team. I'm gonna do that in the mornings, cover possible topics, something like that. Something where we allow people to come in. Those will be the ones that might stretch an hour, 2, 3 hours, no more than three. But those might stretch, but that'll be like daily media. Um, and then we'll be able to advertise things. It'll give us something to advertise from, this, that, and the other. And then I would say how we play it. I would say so what do you say once a week? What's a once a week on a good day? Now here's the thing, depending on the topics, do you want to do this at night? That's what I
Yeah,
was gonna ask you
absolutely,
too.
absolutely at nighttime. I don't wanna set anything during the daytime just because of reception issues, man. I work, my
Hmm.
work puts me way out of the grid sometimes. So sometimes my reception isn't the greatest when it like during the daytime, but at nighttime I'm totally fine. I'm always in the city at nighttime. So if DQ's going Friday, why not make it Thursday,
No,
Friday?
DQ's not going Friday. We don't know. So DQ's not
Okay,
here. So just set it.
okay,
DQ is only gonna be once a week. And remember, y'all, we're gonna be a part of some of these shows, you're gonna be solo. Some of these
yeah, that's
shows
cool.
you're gonna have a group of people. Sometimes it'll be all of us, sometimes it won't be any of us, it'll be just you. That's what I'm saying. Like when you get out there, you gotta put your money where your mouth is. We're gonna set you up, or like maybe your brother could come on, maybe um I will tell you this, and this is something I thought about for your podcast. I think it might be dope if you could get a lady that you trust. Only because of
Hmm.
the level of the conversation, I think it'd be nice to have a lady on the screen. What you think about that, Hits? What you think about that?
That's perfect. Diversity. Need that point of view. That's perfect.
Yeah, I could absolutely make sure, like, my mentor would be one of the first people I'd love to have on here, so we can take a deep dive. She might even, you know, have fun critiquing me a little bit on right here on live with everybody. I think, you know, that'll be fun for everyone, you know, and I can, you know, it's always a learning experience. But yes, that's not a problem. Long story
Is
short.
she available to do that kind of stuff?
Yes, sir. I know ghosts, bro.
He
Send her
got
the
two co-hosts already. Look at that. He got two
Yeah, I was about
co-hosts
to say.
already.
Let's see here. Another thing hits. Like I said, I want to be more in the background of these conversations. I don't mind taking the lead as far as on the TMI podcast, but I don't want to host every damn thing. Hopefully, some of this media will take place. I think finding a female for DQ and finding a female for at Logic, I think it'd be good.
Perfect.
I think, matter of fact, I mean, if y'all don't mind, let's make that a thing.
What's
I mean,
that?
because even on one of the TMI podcasts, I can make it with a we can have just a show introducing this and the other. But how hard would it, if you do your podcast once a week, would it be hard for you to have a woman involved?
Guarantee once a week, but I know for a fact, you know, more often than not, I think I can get her on there at least twice a month for sure. And I can, you know, she's got kids and other stuff going on, so I don't want to, you know, speak on her time. She actually runs a record label, so I can't guarantee her time, but I can absolutely. I think it realistically, I might be able to get her twice a month.
Twice a month, so that's 4 weeks. You know what, bro? I think all of us need to get to work. We need a female on the team. We need a female, bro. We need a female. We need to start.
What you want to want ad up? What you want to want ad? A help wanted ad made up.
You know what I'm saying? We might need a female. What's up, Chef? We need a female, bro.
Nah, we can put it in
Bring
Canva.
some bring some good
like a
salad
regular,
energy.
Yeah, we need co-hosts.
Yeah, we need a female, bro. No, I mean, just off business alone, don't nobody want to see five guys like a damn burger stand on the screen all the time. Hey, look,
I kind of was just thinking that too.
You got that damn wrestling belt in the back.
Something a little bit more aesthetically pleasing than us. You know?
We Ric Flairing. It's the Ric Flair, man. You gotta call my belt.
No, that ain't Ric Flair.
That's Ric Flair.
Hell no. Oh, what up, Chef? So, all right. So then I think that might be it too, because DQ said he got a female. We just never went forward.
All right.
Hey, you said you from New Orleans, Logic, real quick, off the subject?
Mm-hmm.
What's up with them damn Pelicans, bro?
Fluky than a mug, man. Brandon Ingram is trash. CJ McCollum
We got a
is
Discord,
trash.
Chef. Go ahead. I'm
what's his name? Willie Green is trash. We are absolutely one of them teams who need a coaching change, yo. We need a coaching change, a culture change. And like our top players, other than Zion, I can't say enough good things about Zion this year. But as far as like our other players, pieces around him, not only do they not fit, but it like we almost get the impression that the organization is ran so poorly that they might still be there next year, yo. And the time is ticking. He's a superstar. He might leave anytime. You know, he can always demand a trade, and y'all playing around.
I think y'all locked in. Y'all locked in with Zion. Zion
the man, bro.
Zion, y'all gonna have to build it around Zion. I think y'all need to put a guard. You know what Zion Williamson needs? A point guard, bro.
Yeah,
like
he needs
a really good point guard.
Yes,
he needs a really good point guard. He needs somebody that can just that can set him up where he ain't got to do it all himself. Because McCollum ain't a point guard.
Nope,
McCollum's not a point guard. And Brandon Ingram, he's reliable, but he's more like a 3, like a third scorer, not really like a number 2. I don't think. And McCollum, he ain't got it, man.
He's really the worst. Brandon Ingram, honestly, yo, is really the worst kind.
And then we'll get back to it because I know Hit's gonna bring it. You know, need to
Yeah,
talk
I
about
ain't gonna be
basketball.
long, but yeah, he's the worst kind of scorer. He was exactly what we were talking about earlier. Somebody who relies way too much on mid-range jump shots. He doesn't get to the free throw line enough, and his defense is average, right? So a
Yeah,
player like that you can still kind of pick on offensively at times, and you can't really rely on him getting 30 just because he don't shoot enough threes. And matter of fact, it's worse than that. He refuses to shoot threes. Like he will shoot 1, 2 a game. In today's NBA, you need to be, a guy with the ball in his hands a lot. He needs to be shooting 5, 6 a game. And we talking about somebody who will go game after game and not shoot 1 3-pointer. It's just not a recipe for success. And for some reason, the coaching, they're not like, I guess throwing their weight around enough to be able to make him do it. And he's certainly not taking it on himself to actually do it. So it's not looking good right now. We are literally at this point, we're like 4 pieces away, right? And
that's too many, my nigga.
pieces. You want to say you're 1 or 2 pieces, but we're a coach, we're a point guard, we're a center, and maybe a small forward. Like, we still need all
That's
of
too
that.
many, bro. That means y'all in the lottery, G. Y'all right outside the. If you're a basketball team, you trying to get 4 new pieces. Y'all right outside the lottery, then.
Yeah, and winning too many games because of this man child named Zion.
Yeah, that's what's going on. A lot of times people don't talk about it. Then we land a plane on this. A lot of times people don't talk about. There's a thing in basketball where you could be not bad enough to get the number 1 pick and not good enough to win the finals. That's a terrible place to be. That's a terrible place to be. All right, so
right.
what you think about Thursdays?
Thursdays is perfect.
Start writing this shit out now.
I can set myself up to be available on Thursdays. I can.
How late you want to go? Because we talking about BDSM, sex, wine, and money.
Right. I'm thinking around that 7 o'clock. That 7 o'clock slot, I have me nice and relaxed, and it's like that's perfect timing. That's definitely perfect timing. So I can figure it out from there. Like I say, have my mentor. Her name is, or at least her nickname is Tinder, by the way. So have her
Tinder.
on. Yes, sir. Have her
All right,
on.
so let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Then what about starting on? Let me pull up my calendar. Yeah, they really getting to see us build this thing out, which is dope. And peace to you, Chef, man. We really got to link up. So today is the 28th. So let's look at doing. Text her, see if we can get her on a show 7:30 this Thursday on the 2nd, and then see if we can get. Hey, so how you feel about coming live, Trey?
It's all good with me. Hey.
Because it's gonna be your thing, Logic. You got to make it your own. We're gonna show you how to market it on Facebook. We're gonna it's work. It's work for these podcasts. We're gonna show you how to market it on Facebook, market it on Instagram, make your TikTok shorts, and then show you how to do the auto marketing on Metricool. Like, you're gonna have to put in the work. It's gonna be your podcast. It's on this brand, Tri-Media, but it's gonna be your podcast. So what we'll do is, let's do an introductory show. That'll give us time to get visuals out. So the 2nd will be a show, let's say Trail, Tinder, Logic. It'll be hosted by one of us, Hits, DQ, or one of us, not all of us.
So you're talking about the 4th or the 11th when you're saying Thursday?
The 2nd.
The 2nd, that's Tuesday.
2nd is Thursday. May 2nd is Thursday.
Oh, I'm tripping. I'm looking at the wrong part of the calendar. Okay.
You're right. May 2nd, we'll do a show, Trail, Tinder, Logic, 7:30. That'll be We'll come up with a title, and we'll do that as an open show for everybody. And then we'll do the first podcast on the 9th and start rolling from there. And this week, while you're at work and during the week, we'll start putting together the visuals for it, the intro, the music, all of that to launch on the 9th. But the second could just be a show where you introduce the title, the concept, kind of come out to the world with who you are, what you what you want to talk about, what you want to discuss. And this week we'll set up the new Instagram page. We'll set up the new we'll set up the Facebook, or we'll set it up under the Tri Media. No, we'll set it up on Tri Media. So we'll start. I don't know exactly how we're gonna do that. Will it be a standalone? Because it might be just easier to market it all under Tri Media. And then set it up that way. And then we just move from there. That way we put you under the gun. And we'll start with just a show and then we just put it together. We just rock it out. It ain't gonna be that hard. It's gonna be difficult, but it's not gonna be difficult. If you understand what I'm saying, it's gonna be difficult.
It's really not gonna be difficult. All I gotta do is show up, because I mean I'm bringing all the experiences and all the information, and honestly, I actually enjoy talking about it. I just it's really more like one of those things of I don't talk about it just because I don't. It's like if I don't have a really good comparison, right? Yourself, you're really successful outside of YouTube. It's not something that you feel compelled to talk about necessarily, right? Like, it's kind of, I wouldn't even necessarily equate it to that, but I don't think it's relevant to what we're talking about, so I don't really bring it up. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Exactly. What you think, Hits? We saying do a show with him and his mentor, kind of like an introduction, a coming out party. Do the first podcast. It'll be Thursdays at 7:30. That'll give us good time to advertise the radio show. I could talk about it that morning because I'm gonna start the morning show on 2. Well, I'm gonna do the morning show, but actually making an official TMI podcast, start that this week. And then we'll move it from the podcast to that'll roll right into DQs. Once DQ get back, I mean, we'll have a week of media. I definitely think we need to do a Metricool session this week.
Well, two things.
Definitely.
One, whatever everyone is comfortable with, because if they're not comfortable, it's not going to be as smooth. So some things may have to start off a little slower, or they may start off on one day and find out another day is better or another time slot is better. So, nothing's set in stone. Two, if you start new social media outlets like Instagrams or Facebooks or Connects, it's going to be not harder, but you have to keep in mind engagement. So if you have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, there's a need to engage with your audience. So even if you start off with those 1 or 2 at a time instead of 3 or 4, it might be easier to keep up with following people, your followers, your subscribers, answering messages, emails, because I'm sure you're going to get a lot of messages.
Yes.
I'm positive you're going
We're
to get
not
a lot
going to
of,
have to force engagement on this topic.
Yeah. So, to be able to keep up with that, and then whoever you bring in, which, you already got a co-host and a possible co-host. So, whatever's comfortable, we can always move things around. So just keep that in mind. And engagement is important. That's the part we have to work on as a team, that we get back to people who follow us or subscribe and or send us messages.
So then why don't we just keep it under the Tri Media umbrella? If it gets too big, then we do all of that kind of stuff. But keep it under the Tri Media umbrella to keep it easy. And then,
this way we can help because we can see everything. So if they need help with
Right.
something, we're all right there. We can see. Get in where we fit in.
All right. So your first show. Hope you're ready. Now, how we gonna do the Now, how you want to do this as far as visuals? Because if this is everybody's individual thing, their unique thing, How do you want to do it with me, you, and DQ? Because one of us will have to be on the
Well,
show. You know what I'm saying?
um, once you give someone the keys, they can run the ad. And remember, if you have the show formatted prior, you can have your intro set up, at least two commercials, and then your outro, and you have a time limit. It's less of a headache when this is only going to be an hour and a half. You can have it already set up, and then this way people can concentrate on the content and not have to worry about running everything from the back end. So
Okay. Well then, I
I
mean,
I
then
would have a time frame and the visual set up. So if there's visuals you want in specific uh logic, or you or your
Mm.
co-host, just we can put them in Canva or something. Start working on different ideas.
Nah,
But
it's cool. I'm actually really excited about it. You know, it's funny. Like, a lot of times I sit back without a whole bunch to say, and I'm kind of short, and I get straight to it in specific. Right, this is actually something that I have great detail on. Right, I can feel a lot of space talking about the details as far as what I understand and what I know, and some of my experiences and some psychology and some structure and some terminology. I can do a lot. So this is my comfort zone. So I'll be happy to show up, and kind of share. Hell, even be wrong if that's what it takes, based on somebody else's opinion. But I'm absolutely excited to put it out there and really just see what the temperature is based on what everybody else thinks, right? So I'm cool. 7:30. I actually just looked at my schedule. I got a business meeting at 6:30. It should be over before 7:30. So like it's gonna be a tentative time between about 7:30 and 7:45. But it absolutely should be before 8. But I
but then
guarantee
no,
I'll
well
be
then,
there
hold
for
on,
sure.
stop. So then we'll do 8 o'clock. That way you
Okay,
won't have to. Because
we
once,
could do 8
because the
o'clock. That's
thing
fine.
is, once we do the thumbnail, once we do the marketing for it, at
You
least
want
for
you
that
want to stay
show
on
this Thursday,
point 4.
I want to keep it on an even keel. Because I don't mind changing things in the beginning, but once it starts rolling and people start looking for it, the consistency is what people are gonna be trying to pick up.
That's fine.
So
We could do it at
I
8.
don't mind that. So let's say 8 o'clock. The first one, and this ain't a pod. The first one this Thursday won't be the podcast. It'll be just you. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll talk about it this week. We got time, but it'll be just you because once you start saying, "Listen, I'm about to do a show about BDSM, money, wine, and BDSM, or however we do the topic," um, we'll put that out tomorrow. We'll create something tomorrow, put it out, and then Try Media. What is Try Media? I'm thinking news. No, Try Media is just that. Try Media is we came up with the name Try Media because it was me, DQ, and Hit, so it was like a 3. And then it's literally just for people to be able to get their ideas out. If somebody wants to do content, it's just gonna be like a one-stop shop for content. So eventually, they haggling me, but I built it. I'm building my stamina up for it, but I'm gonna do a business podcast. TMI is gonna have a podcast, just a one-stop shop for media. So if you wanted to think about it, it'd be more like an ESPN for media. So if you got an idea and it makes sense and we're willing to work with it, we'll help you write a book, we'll help you do a show, we'll help you do some marketing, and we'll help you get it out there. So the goal, as far as YouTube or Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, all of them, will be even. I'd like to find somebody that's a gamer. Like one of the things, Chef, I saw on your show one day, you was gaming. I'm a gamer too. I'm a gamer really with my son, but I'm a gamer too. I would love to have somebody that's into gaming because that's media. So it's going to be a one-stop shop for media conversations, media marketing, um, AI technology. The goal will be, honestly, you'll be able to pull up our channel and it won't be us just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? It'll be when you see logic, you know what that topic could be. When you see the DQ podcast, I mean, I'm not against having somebody come on and do like, in a perfect world, if somebody like do a podcast on a topic they want to talk about. It's for people like that want to have these conversations. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Corey? Yeah. So, and that's what I mean. Like, because one thing, when I first wanted to do YouTube, this is a personal story. When I first wanted to do YouTube, I guess I was kind of like everybody else, like, yeah, I'm gonna get out here and talk about consciousness and uh political, because that's my major. I have a master's in administration and policy, but my bachelor's is in political science. So I was going to talk about those things, but then when I started talking about hit with AI and technology is such a big topic that it only makes sense that we need to start talking to people about it. Everybody talking about TikTok bans. Nobody knows what's going on. We're going to do shows on that. So it's just a one-stop shop for all media. If somebody has a topic and it makes sense, we're going to get with them, produce it, put it together, market it, so that when you pull up Tri Media, it might be, I mean, a great week could be what, 20, 30 shows, all marketed correctly, all done correctly, all succinct and precise. And when people come here, it's a one-stop shop. You might get AI when you're talking to hits. You might get business politics when you're talking with me. DQ, it'd be hip hop. DQ has dispensaries. So yeah, so it'd be about, and it's also to destroy misconceptions. And with me, the overall arching thing is entrepreneurship, because we're gonna go into an age where, financially AI is gonna destroy a lot of people. As good as it's gonna help a lot of people, it's gonna destroy a lot of people. Those people that work at Taco Bell, those people that, even bus drivers and things, eventually AI is going to seep into every single market. And once it seeps into these markets, these people, COVID taught people a lot of lessons. You need a business that if you at home, you need to be able to make money too. If you can't go out, you need to be able to make money. And like Corey, like, Chef and Corey and all of them, this ain't like this is like so everybody could be heard. You know what I mean? The Archbishop of Humanity. That's hilarious. So no, you get these situations. So it'll be just media. We do DQ radio sometimes. But like when I saw Chef playing that video game that time, you think people don't want to see that. But when Chef was doing that video game, he's playing it on his show. He played this video game for 30 minutes. They was more engaged on that topic than when niggas got on there and started arguing about Egypt and shit. So now, if you make a show, you market it correctly, you can get 1,000 viewers, a couple 100,000 subscribers just on video games alone. So imagine if you mix everything. So it's a one-stop shop. It's definitely a one-stop shop. So I like to talk about polarizing topics. BDSM is a polarizing topic. Everybody was like, that's nasty, that's sick, that's crazy. But I remember when that damn book came out, the world went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What was that book?
50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Grey. And it's funny, all these people that didn't do nothing with BDSM, you're with your lying ass. That movie was #1 in the country. That book was #1 in the country. I remember being a kid with them damn Zane books. Nobody respected that lady. I forgot her name. I think that's her name, Zane.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody had those books, bro. So apparently there are people that's into it. To be quite honest, I envision when we start these BDSM podcasts, when you start your BDSM podcast, and these words will ring true, I'll land my plane. One of the reasons that I got peak interest to it is because I see a world where your show gets the most views, where your show has the most engagement. And I'm not talking about just on YouTube, I'm just talking about period. Because these are those people's guilty pleasures, their carnal interests. So I'm fired up about it. I just want to present it correctly. I'm not into just doing nigga shit. I'm not into just doing just like, yeah, people want to talk about it, so we just throw it up. No, I want to show it some respect and move forward. BDSM is bondage, discipline, dominance, and submission, right?
Let Logic handle that. That's his wheelhouse.
Yeah, go ahead, Logic. Take 2 seconds and explain BDSM.
Yeah,
What is
BDSM is a it's a lot of things, right?
no the
It's a
what is the actual acronym? What does it mean?
the acronym
The
stands
chef,
for
chef
bondage,
said
discipline,
porn.
the bondage, discipline, bondage, discipline, dominance, and submission. So that's actually what the acronym actually stands for. I thought you was asking me another question, but if that's all you're asking me, that's exactly what it stands for. Now it's also it's a playground for a lot of different things, and it's not all sexual, right? There's a lot of elements going on. There's a lot of conversations being had. It's absolutely more about pleasure, and all pleasure isn't sexually necessarily related.
Why can't I present? I can't share my screen. Hits.
Uh, I don't have anything open. Um, Maybe the format. Hold on, let me see if I can change the format. Nope, nope.
Okay, it worked. Whatever you just did, it worked.
All right.
Go ahead, Logic. Cook. So now explain it.
So what I mean when I say it's not all sexually related, right? So there can be a certain outfit that you have at your house, right? And when you put this particular outfit on, it might make you actually feel a certain way, right? Now, if you might describe that way as feeling yourself, or I feel really good in this, or I'm at my best when I'm wearing this. And that may put you in a mindset or a mood where you actually begin to behave a little bit differently, right? So, so when you're talking about BDSM, that set of behavior, whereas it could possibly have been interpreted by people outside of BDSM as a little different, awkward, or whatnot, it's a place where you can express yourself, obviously with consent, very very freely that way, right? Consent is number one rule in BDSM: consent, consent, consent. Second rule is discipline. Have discipline in whatever it is that you're practicing, whoever it is that you're approaching, whoever it is you're talking to, whatever it is they're into. Those two principles are at paramount, right? So if you're actually not concerned about the experience of the other person that you're doing BDSM with, you're not doing BDSM. Then at that point you're just a narcissist who doesn't care about other people, and you're looking to take advantage of people at that point. So it's really a place for responsible people who may have some unique preferences, right? Who in some of these preferences are more sexual than others, right? I think one that's just funny, right? I think it's still funny, and I do BDSM. They got people who like dressing up in mascot costumes. They call them furries. Some people really enjoy it. Some people are, matter of fact, turned on by it. Definitely not my thing. I think it's funny every time I see it, but people actually do it. Some people dress around in the goth boots. They have boots that that lace up literally from their feet all the way up to their neck. There's a whole bodysuit. I mean, it's BDSM, but not necessarily sexual. So that's exactly what I mean by it's a place for you to really be able to express yourself, right? And not all of it necessarily sexual. And I want to be able to focus on not speaking about it in a way where we're talking about how to go up to women, approach them, introduce yourself, exchange contact information, none of that stuff, right? Certainly a whole lot more about once you've acquired somebody that you are looking to talk to, what are the processes that you might go through when you would do what I would consider vetting somebody? So, like I was saying before, one of the things that BDSM, it really, really changed for me was I said that I began to tell a lot of women no. So what I mean by that is not like no, not that I ever had a problem telling women no, but I would absolutely become a lot more specific about the people that I chose to be intimate with. I was no longer approaching women simply to be intimate with them. I was more so concerned about the experience that we could have together and how mutually beneficial it was about some of the things, the preferences that I had versus the preferences that she had, and how well the mesh actually happened. And to be honest with you, like, man, one of the funniest things is, like, I remember being a salesperson and my manager telling me, some of the best things that you will ever wind up telling customers, you will hear from other customers, right? It's been a long time since I sold a car. I'll be able to give you an example of that. But like, I didn't realize, right, like how significant it could be to be, with another woman and bring her to the point where she is ready to be intimate. And I have the restraint and the discipline to tell her I'm not ready to be intimate. And it's actually a very powerful exchange. And you'd kind of like be surprised at, how maneuvering in that way specifically changes the course of how a lot of things operate inside this dynamic inside of BDSM, because BDSM is much better defined as a power exchange, right? The submissive is probably the person with the most power because they allow you to dominate them. So they it's almost like a trust thing. Like they are finding somebody who they trust enough to allow them to have all this leeway as far as how we'll structure our relationship, how I will punish you, how I will reward you, yeah, our daily activities. All of these things can be, at my disposal. So I can actually, basically get the consent to structure all of these things the way I want to. I can, you I could go on and on. So it's like,
No, I think some words that probably may not be associated with it that you bring up is relationship and structure, right? Those words ain't are not readily associated with it. So I think that's going to be informative,
right.
for
Yeah,
people
I'm
to
almost
start,
getting into the space where I'm trying to reserve some stuff for the show, but
yeah,
go
no,
ahead.
please do, please hold on to it. We just here to intrigue people, for now as we build it out. And like Brad said, people are going to see us build it out in real time, right? So we got something on the screen. Brass, you going to read that? Brass said, unless you see something in there, logic that you want to discuss.
Where do you want me to start? You want me to just read the whole thing?
Well, if there's something in there
No,
that
hold on. I thought he was
okay,
gonna cook a little longer than that. Hold on one second.
I definitely can, right? So we were
No,
about to
no,
get
no,
into
no,
the
no,
power
no, no,
exchange,
no.
yo. The power
No,
exchange.
no, no. Write this stuff down. See, that's the one thing about you, Logic. We got to teach you how to slowly give people this information. Slowly give people this information. So let's see. So BDSM is a variety of often erotic practices or role playing involving bondage, discipline, dominance, and submission, and sadomasochism and other related interpersonal dynamics. Given the wide range of practices, some of which may be engaged in by people who do not consider themselves to be practicing BDSM, inclusion in the BDSM community or subculture often is said to depend on self identification and shared experience. So the history of it is it was first recorded in 1991 and is interpreted as a combination of the abbreviations bondage and discipline, okay, DS, dominance and submission, okay, and SM, sadism and masochism. BDSM is now used as a catch-all phrase for interpersonal relationships, are often characterized by the participants taking on roles that are complementary and inequality and power. Okay. So I think one of the reasons why I wanted to have this discussion was because topics that are private, like I told you, with the one thing I love about this generation is they put mental health to the forefront. And the one thing I dislike just about human nature, this isn't a black, white, or brown anything. This is just a human nature issue. one of my human nature issues is you should always, if you want to be yourself, be yourself. And now, where I would say the black topic per se would be people make money talking about the things that are important to them. People build businesses around the things that are their passions, their creativity, the things that mean a lot to themselves. So when you hide that kind of stuff and you're like, yeah, nobody wants to hear about that, but behind closed doors, everybody's doing it, and everybody's in some way. And I think that's what I'd like to do. Take it from the backroom conversations and all of that, because it's definitely an interest. Like I said, 50 Shades of Grey showed me that I even watched the movie and read the book. And I realized, you know what I realized as I was watching the book, watching the movie and reading the book, that in my life I've done some of these things. Now I wouldn't necessarily call myself somebody that believes in it or practices it, but in all actuality, I actually am. Cedric got on here, and it's funny you're in here, Chef. Cedric got on here was talking about how you train pets. I think this is also a conversation about dominance and submission. Just an overall conversation about this is a dynamic that's used in life. In business dealings that I have, there are times where I am super aggressive. There's times where I got to play a different role and be something else. And even in the dynamic with a person's interpersonal relationship with your wife or your significant other, when you have these situations, you're not aggressive all the time. You're not submissive all the time. There's different times where people play different roles. So I want to take something that's a bad, not a bad conversation, but an uncomfortable conversation, get it out in the open and have these conversations so that I think what you're going to find out, Logic, very quickly, like we were saying when we were first talking about this about a month ago, one of the things you're going to find out very quickly is that you're going to be surprised the people that come into these chats and are like, yeah, this is crazy and this, that, and the other. And then when they hit you with the private message and say, so, I want to hear some more about that. And I think openness is always good. I think you got to be careful. And that's what I mean. I want to respect the conversation. I want to make sure that the conversation is clean to us to an extent, but I want to make sure that we have the conversation. And that's what media is about. Black people, brown people, anything, whatever colors you want to put on a person, there's no reason why we can't have these conversations too. So, like I said, that's what Tri Media is about. If you're a gamer and you out in the community, bro, and you want to actually turn your gaming into a business and it makes sense to us, talk to us. We could partner up. And just so we understand, Logic doesn't work for us. This is a partnership situation. We're creating a situation for him because this is what he likes to do and he's not afraid to talk about it in public. So yeah, I don't mind having a conversation. Polarizing stuff always works. I think over time, peace, everybody, welcome to the chat. But I think it's very polarizing, and I think it makes sense. If Logic wants to come out to the world and say, this is what I like to do in my spare time. This is what I like to do as a hobby. This is the thing that interests me, and he wants to turn it into a business. Damn it, I'm gonna help him do it. I just helped a rapper from Waco, Texas, who has 3 weed dispensaries, write a book about bass fishing, and this is no different. This is no different. This is the same. The topic is different. The engagement is going to be a little different. The question is going to be different, but I think it's the same exact thing. Sosa says a lot of times that people are not they're not monoliths. You're not a monolith. We don't all wake up and we're just who we are. We are individuals who have individual passions, and I want that man to present it well. So I'm all for it, and
I
we all
appreciate
for it.
that.
There's gonna be some controversy. So what? There's gonna be some snickers and grown people acting like kids and all this, that, and the other. So what? But I also know that them same people watched 50 Shades of Grey. I know they read 50 Shades of Grey. I know that these are people that just wait, bro. There'll be people that literally enjoy exactly what it is that you're talking about. So
For sure.
be on the lookout soon for the Money, Wine, and BDSM podcast coming soon from Logic. His first show, it won't be necessarily organized, but it'll be just a regular show. But we're shooting for this Thursday at 8 o'clock with Logic and his mentor that brought him into the world of BDSM, taught him about BDSM. They're going to do a show this Thursday at 8 p.m. You'll see the rollout, the commercials and visuals for that. I'm excited about it. You know, I don't have anything negative to say about it at all, because when you brought it up to us, it was a good idea then, and it's even a better idea now. So I think what we need to do is we'll put it together. We got till the 9th of May to make it an official thing. But that show Thursday, not only am I be tuned in, I'm gonna be on the panel because I want to learn. You know what I mean? I want to learn about these things. So that's
Yeah,
that's all I got.
it was actually was a very interesting conversation that we had that even led to that, right? Remember you asked me like, damn, if I could write a book about anything, what would I write about? And I'm scratching my head. I'm like, yo, okay, what else can I talk about? Don't talk about foreplay. Don't talk about foreplay. I was like, that's what's going on in my head, right? I'm fighting it. I'm saying something. I forgot what I said, right? And then I was like, then I mentioned to you, well, so this not the book that I would want to write. That's not the first thing that came to my head, but I would write a book about XYZ. And then I think you asked me, so what was the first thing that came to your head? Well, so I kind of like BDSM. And then you was like, dang, that's a good topic to actually talk about. That's something that I can dive pretty deep into with my personal experiences. And I think everybody will find it interesting. And by the way, I wanted to add to this, right? It's going to be one of my early shows, so I can get it out the way. But 50 Shades of Grey is actually not a good BDSM movie. It's not. It's absolutely not. I'll go ahead and spoil this part for you. But Pretty Woman is an excellent BDSM movie. We'll talk
Why
about
do you
it.
whisper when you start talking about BDSM? I've been noticing you have
The
your
neighbors, man.
intonations
The
and your
neighbors. They
inflections.
got nosy neighbors.
It's like
man.
he's like,
So,
so yeah, the New Orleans Pelicans are a great player, but listen, let me tell y'all something. 50 Shades of Grey is not good
Actually,
BDSM. Like, come on, bro.
no, it's good. It's the
See, like,
neighbors.
well, that's actually, it's funny that you asked me that, right? So, voice inflection is something that I practiced, so it's kind of something that I do, I guess, routinely without even know that I do it. But the way that you talk to somebody, the way that you say what you say absolutely has a large impact on how it's received. So it depends, and I find myself in some interesting circumstances where what I'm saying can be a bit provocative and I want it to be received a certain way. So that's why I have this natural voice inflection, because I am purposefully trying to to get my certain parts of what I'm saying to be focused on. So for sure, I'm doing it. I'm doing it through practice, but not necessarily on purpose. For sure, we'll talk about that too. That's absolutely a part. That's a part of my BDSM routine. I can't even joke about it. It is. It's a part of the toolkit that I use as a dominant. It is.
this is gonna be so much fun, hits.
Yeah, it is.
This is gonna be
I think the audience. I think the audience is gonna be.
Hey, real quick, bro. So like, I'm talking to you, Trail. Without being vulgar, right? How would you describe some of those text messages?
Look at this comment. Look at this comment. This is what I'm talking about. See, look. This is what I want. Oh, peace to the chat. All right, man. I ain't know where all these people come from. What's up? What's up, Thurman? What's going on? Scarab Chronicles. What's going on? Oh, Auntie. Hey, Auntie. Look at what Auntie said. See?
Hell yeah.
These are conversations, bro.
It's grown folk stuff over here, huh?
Yeah. She said she write poems. See, this is what I mean by Like,
Ooh.
to keep it clean, right? We know we on a platform, but to keep it clean, I want to have these open kind of conversations. And that's why I purposely um see, you're gonna have to explain the routine. See? You're gonna have to
You know,
explain all of this. This is
it's
the area you're going to be in. But I
no,
purposely compared you talking about BDSM with DQ writing his book about bass fishing. If that's his passion and that's what means a lot to him, then why not? You know, as long as we're not sitting up here turning it into a triple X rated, whatever. But like I said, we'll have a Patreon for the unfiltered conversations. What you'll see on YouTube will be tame enough for YouTube standards, but then we'll have a, a private Patreon where you can go on and see some actual things. So, and I want y'all to understand, this is Logic came to us with this idea, and we're not into, I'm not trying to be Hugh Hefner, but once he explained it to us about, listen, I want to have an open conversation about making sure that um, people understand exactly where we're coming from and understand exactly about what it is, like the truth of it. And that's what I'm about. But go ahead, ask Trell a question and introduce for people that don't know who Trell is.
Trail is my brother, man. That's like, man, that's my best friend, real life right there. That's the person that I talk to the most for real. Like that's my guy right there, my little brother, man. That's who Trail is, man. But I asked him a crazy question. I wanted him to just kind of like give a short answer without being vulgar, give too much details. How would you describe some of those text messages I sent you? I'd be on mute, bro.
Wow, they real wild, bro. Very, very wild. So
Okay.
so wild that it's actually like hilarious. You know what I mean? Like what?
Right. I actually, we have a little group chat that we speak to, and I sent them one recently, that a conversation that I had with somebody recently, and they kind of thought the same way, right? It wasn't, but yes, a little wild for sure, for sure. I don't want to necessarily share that part of BDSM, but it's actually something that I really be doing, right? So, and I thought that's really nice that she mentioned the poem, right? Because BDSM is actually all about structure and discipline. It really, really is, right? And so it's actually customary. It's actually like a part of the process, right? When I get a new person that I'm talking to and I'm starting to get serious, that we exchange gifts, right? And sometimes I have received a poem, as a form of a gift, and sometimes my gift can be, it could be a poem back. It could be a collar. It could be a number of different things. It's a ceremony that we have. It's almost like of a form of commitment. Obviously, not something as serious as a ring or diamond or something like that, but it could be a piece of art. It could be a dinner. It could be a real intimate moment, but something non-sexual, but an exchange of commitment, right? As well as a gift in a ceremonious type process, for sure. That's actually, that's a real part of BDSM. So if she wanted to be like a dominatrix, it would be customary for her to request a gift of some kind, a form of commitment from her sub as the dominatrix. And she has a right to want to say, if I want it to be a surprise, or I want it to be, I want you to write my name down 100 times. Say I commit to Miss Valencia, whatever it is that you want to. But that would be your process. That would be how you would do it. And of course, you would want a person who is willing to have the energy to where that's not it that should be something that they enjoy, and be able to say thank you for after it's done.
And I think everybody should be writing down their questions, right? for, for the show, because now that you put it in certain context, that's going to dispel some of the things that we used to think, right? Or we used to see or read. So I'm sure people are going to have questions. So everybody in the chat and on the panel, write down some questions. So
Yeah.
as I had a few, but I'm going to save them for your show. You know, so this way you get all the credit and all the praise and all the
So,
props.
so the last gift I actually received, Miss Valencia, I actually
Hold on, stop. Hold on. You asked a question I couldn't ask, so turn my camera off because I'm eating. The you know what I thought when you sent those text messages?
What'd you think?
These are conversations I have with my wife,
Okay.
and that's where it made me even more interested in having the conversation because it's like that's not, you know, those are the things that, you know, after being married for a while, I didn't even know that that's the kind of stuff that I, you know, I don't know. You're going to kill a lot of the misconceptions, and I'm here for that. I'm here to see, like, you know, what is it that I'm doing that falls into that realm somewhat. And for and also, Auntie, you got to tell him how to pronounce your name, because that's one thing
Proper
everybody
way.
do. They destroy the pronunciation of Auntie's name.
Felicia. It's got to be. At least it looks like Felicia.
Is that right? Valicia?
It's either
Valicia?
Valicia or Valisa. It's one of those.
Valicia? Felicia? We got to get it right.
Yeah, get it
Yeah.
right, because that's one thing everybody
So the
like destroys
difference.
her name.
So
Okay.
probably,
She said,
probably the
Brash, you know how to
difference
say it.
is the structure.
I do, but go ahead, let him do what he's doing.
Okay.
The probably the difference is the structure, right? So you almost want to find a playful way to incorporate these preferences that I'm going to call them, right? So say for instance, I tell her that I want her to not touch the door, and if she touches the door, these are the punishments, right? So you give somebody a real simple task that seems relatively normal, probably very difficult to just remember. Oh, I can't touch no doorknobs in your presence. That's a fun way to incorporate some of these things. So you want to do it in a very playful way. It's a very elaborate foreplay in a lot of sense, at least for me, right? I'm not into some of the really wild stuff, right? I don't have any crazy preferences, but that's really not what BDSM is. It's not about having crazy. Okay, wow, comments are getting fun. That's what I'm talking about. See,
So we loosen up. We loosening up. We
comments are
getting the
getting
juices
fun,
flowing.
right? You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
But yeah,
Where's
you want to
Cedric
find
at? Where's
you
Cedric
definitely
at?
want to find a way to make it fun, right? Like that's really what it's all about. It's not, so take the comment that we just read on the screen. If we're talking about spanking, the BDSM term for it would be flogging, right? So you're flogging if you're using an object. I guess you're spanking if you're just using your hand. But most people will call it flogging. So one of the questions about flogging is always about like how hard or how much can another person take, right? So, and the funny thing is first starting out, you kind of want to be gentle. It's still a delicate person that you're dealing with, and you actually do care about them. It's not something that you're doing to out of malice or anger, but the intention is to make it real. So you wouldn't start off with, oh, was that hard enough? You almost want to start off in a range of too hard and be willing to dial it back. You get what I'm saying? So it's but all of this has to be within structure. It's not necessarily okay. We just go in here and this is what we're doing. Nah, this should be a structure behind why we're actually doing it. Were you 5 minutes late for dinner or whatever the fun structure that we actually have put into place or agreed upon beforehand, to where this now mandates we both know this is what happens after this, and this is what's going to happen.
Yep, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be real fun. This is
I'm
gonna be
gonna have
fun.
fun. I'm definitely gonna have some fun. You
That's
know,
what's up.
I think it's gonna be a lot of fun too when y'all realize how much information my mentor has, right? And then y'all will. I think that's gonna be such a good show, right? To really see where I'm getting this from. Because like I say, I actually had the extreme luck out of all the billions of people on the planet of running into someone who actually saw something in me that I didn't even know was there, right? So I had somebody literally introduce me to these structures, these preferences, and I'm gonna save my backstory a little bit for the story. I mean, for the show,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
but to come into it and realize that these things weren't taboo, to realize that there actually was a place, an environment, a group of people who was just as into it as I was, and that I can be open about talking about it, and I could actually find a way to make my fantasies fun, even like more about making it fun for the other person that I'm experiencing, and obviously fun for them rather than it just being some experience that I'm trying to chase. So we'll get into it and have a lot more detail about it for sure. But
Corey
that's
said, "Do
going to
you
be
have
a
safe
really
words?
fun. Yeah,
A
mine is
cool
red.
safe word. A cool
Red.
safe
Red?
word.
I don't. I mean, mine is red.
You know what you keep doing when you have these conversations? I think maybe visually you're going to where the conversation is, and you're like, yeah, because I remember, yeah, my safe word is red.
Well, I mean, you know what?
Oh
No,
shit!
wait,
That's
wait, wait,
really
wait!
funny
Don't go
about
no
that.
further, bro.
Hold on,
We
Geek.
still got a show to do. Don't
That's
don't
what's
don't do
really
too much.
funny. You want to be really funny about it. Nobody says no as a safe word. So okay, go ahead. Stop
Wait,
it.
wait, wait. All right, so we got another question. So,
Go ahead.
Scarab Chronicles says, so you have a BDSM mentor?
I do.
Explain how that works, if you could briefly.
In the
Um.
quickest way possible. Not elaborate. Save that for the show, but just
Right. So I have a BDSM mentor. She is a woman. She is a woman who is almost 10 years my elder. She likes women. She knows women better than I do. So I have the good luck and good fortune of having a woman as my mentor and someone who I can trust and bring my relationships problems to and help me work myself through them, which is un I can't put a price on the asset as far as how far along I have come since I've met her into what I do as far as just a regular week or weekend. Sure. Wouldn't you agree with that, bro? Real talk.
Splash damage unit that does 50,000.
okay.
Yep. Voodoo.
All right. Well, like I said, the BDSM money wine. Now, let me ask a question. Now, where's the rest of this coming from? Because the we're gonna come up with the title and all of that, but where's the rest of this coming from? Where's the
Well,
rest of the title?
it's kind of like just the things really that's really important to me right now. I'm very 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 ambitious in real life, right? Like I'm like everything I've done, I've always tried to be like the best at it. Like I'm super competitive. I'm one of those hard pause, but I'm one like you would consider me personality wise hard driver. Can be very serious at
Hits, you
times,
hilarious, bro.
but
Go
I'm
ahead,
I'm
bro.
like
I'm sorry. I'm
I'm a
looking
man
at
of
hits. I gotta stop
extremes,
looking
right?
at
Like
hits.
I'm either on the super serious note or I'm like like forget everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just having a good time. But I can spend a lot of time on that super serious note because I'm trying to get somewhere, and that's actually really important to me. So the money, is just a part of my ambition. I'm looking for ways to grow. I'm looking for opportunities that I can actually seize to be able to get me, into this generational wealth category where I actually have a surplus of things that I can pass on to my next generation. In the wine, right? I've never been a hard drinker. I have recently stopped smoking weed completely, and so I've replaced that without beer. I found port wine. Right, I went to a New Jersey wine tasting with a friend of mine, and
Where?
huh? I don't remember the place either, bro. I can find it, but I can find it and send it to you. But I
No, I
absolutely
can
went
show
to
you
this.
a couple places out here that's pretty good. That's why I asked. Go ahead.
Yeah, I knew that's why you asked me, but I will find it because we definitely went there. I bought a ticket to a wine tasting vineyard, not a vineyard. What's it called? A winery. One of those.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what it's actually called, but yeah. So I was leaving town the next day, and we were trying to find something to do before I left, right? And I bought these 2 tickets, and we went there, and it was actually the next day. So it was the day I was leaving, right? So I was like, screw it, man. We sat down and we started drinking. We ordered a flight of red. We ordered a flight of white. I didn't like either one of them. The bartender was cool as hell. So he said, man, if you don't like neither one of those, I know what you're gonna like. Pour me a flight of some port. I've never had it before. Port wine is short for Portuguese. Is because the port wines apparently started in Portugal, and usually in the United States, they're called fortified wines. They're typically a little sweeter, a little bit more fruity flavor, and a little bit more alcohol potency. And man, I'm talking about, man, it messed me up. Like I've never tasted something alcoholic without any mixture that tasted that good, man. It messed me up. So I left there and I still had it on my mind, So as I travel around, I try to go to different places and try ports and try to just kind of that's one of the good excuses that I keep for myself to get out the house and go out and socialize for sure. So
Port wine is actually very dangerous.
is it? I didn't know that.
Yes, it's very. No, it's dangerous, meaning like a lot of people
Sneak
that
up on you?
say, yeah, they say they don't drink wine in general is dangerous. Like that's why I was interested in the wine part of your conversation too, because I'm a wine connoisseur. I got a wine cellar, all that, and port per se. Like I got people in my family that like port, and I can have a good Merlot. I can have a good Cabernet. I can have a good Malbec. But the problem, or the challenge is that port wine per se, it'll destroy you. And I don't get drunk off of those kinds of wines, but like port, if I was to have a port wine, it's just a little, it's not strong. It tastes great. But the reason why I say it's a little dangerous is because, yeah, you can get toe up drinking port, especially if you don't know what you're doing. Like you think, oh, I'm just having a glass of wine. You'll kill you.
Absolutely. Yeah, that two. I'm about I'm about 250, and 2 glasses of port will get me straight. I'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? I probably won't need another sip for another good 2 hours too. So I'm and I don't like getting drunk either. So at the same time, but yeah, port wine absolutely gets me right where I need to go. I don't get drunk, but I get the little buzz I'm looking for, and it's not too strong. So it was a pleasant change for me, and I've never really been a big alcohol drinker, so it's easy for me to just take those 2 glasses and then chill. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
All right. Well, we've been talking 2 hours. That's usually around the time when we start to wind down. I think I saw DQ come back. Hold on. Yeah, I think I saw DQ come back.
Yes, sir.
So I think we'll tentatively plan for the original conversation with your mentor on Thursday. Tomorrow, what's y'all schedule? Because I want to start doing the visuals and everything for DQ's podcast. Now that we got a better idea what Logic's going to do, start working on that information. For that, what DQ, when we were talking, just to get onto the other subject, when you were talking about doing how many times Logic is going to do his on Thursday evenings at 8 o'clock. I'm going to do the TMI podcast in the mornings, like a morning show. We'll start putting that together. I'm not signing up for that till I know exactly what we're doing. That way I can work the rest of my life around it. But when did you, for the DQ podcast, what was your, I forgot what we put as far as like time frame. What was the time frame that we wanted to do for that? You're on mute, I think. Or are you busy? All right, so I think we'll do that. Hits now. Hits, are you still busy?
I'm around in the
Pretty
afternoon. I'm around in the afternoon. In the morning
okay.
and early afternoon, I'll be busy, but afternoon, evening.
Okay, so I'm gonna start working on this stuff in the mornings and doing that and then putting it together. So everybody give out some closing words and then my camera's on. Everybody give out closing words and then we move from there. So go ahead, Hits.
Well, I look forward to the new shows, uh, books, information, new connections, new hosts, new guests. Peace to the chat. Thanks to everybody for coming in and hanging out with us. Hopefully, we can keep everyone interested. And Logic show. Also, I was thinking about I told my wife about it. She was interested. So if anyone, gonna watch it, bring your boyfriend in, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend. Share it.
That's a good idea. Couples.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure once more people hear about it, they're going to be interested. So definitely share with people close to you. And that's it. It was nice to meet you. TZ, you want double TZ? What's your name? What
You can just be
name?
Just Teasy.
TZ? All right,
okay.
man. It was nice to meet you, bro. Definitely nice.
It's nice meeting you too, brothers. Nice meeting all you brothers, man. I appreciate y'all.
Sure.
I'll be back to elaborate more great, funny ideas for y'all. I'm gonna hold it down for Brody.
That's always good. That's always good. The best situations, those are the best friends to have. The ones that's, in a situation where they're trying to look out for their Brody, and I can appreciate that. So, DQ, you got anything before we go?
Hey, man, get ready, y'all. Try Media getting ready to bring a whole slew of some intriguing, tantalizing, mouth-watering topics. So, yeah, baby. It's on. Everybody stay blessed. DQ Hampton. I'm out this bitch.
Later. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. We're going to go live pretty consistently every day, sometimes twice a day, just to get the algorithm going, just to get the stamina to do this. Because if you're talking about, I just counted Hits, that's like almost 7 shows a week, 10 shows a week almost. So you got to get a certain level of stamina and getting our lives together. But Tri Media will be the one-stop shop for you to come and find something. If you know gamers that want to go live or talk about the history of gaming, I'm interested in that stuff too. We want to do sports podcasts. I'm trying to get Sosa to do a gambling podcast. All forms of media. We interested, so you can come here and you might not want to hear about one thing or the other thing, or maybe this is your thing. And if you tune in for that, just support the app, like and subscribe. And I appreciate y'all checking us out, and have a good one.
DQ. Look.
Dumping my swisher guts on my high school diploma. Knowing I'm highly educated from my aroma. Don't know where it's coming from, but I know it's marijuana. And you can smell the leaves in the room.
Check. Look. I got a new weed strain, come from New Zealand. It's a new weed brand from my new weed man. Connected to the growers, I'm a true weed fan. I'm a true weed stan. Green thumb and green hand. Jammin' Lee Village, I'm a cool geek, man. I got a smooth freak who chillin' for a cool week, man. Running through them papers like a Newsweek stand. Cause all my cushions fuckier than Juneteenth bands. I'm selling 3.5s to 3 or 4 guys.